What's up, you beautiful collectors and action figure fans? It's the one and only Optibottoms coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the folks at Quantum Mechanics, we're going to be taking an early look at their brand new Venom Q-Fig. For the package, very similar to all the other Q-Figs that we've taken a look at, where you have this really nice open window that from pretty much every angle allows you to see the piece within. And you can even kind of see in the background there, you see Venom's logo, which looks really cool. So you got Venom right there in that stylized sort of text, which kind of looks like the symbiote actually forming the letters, which is a nice little touch. The side here, again, you got that nice side image. You got a pullback image of Venom right there. Other side here has that as well. Come around to the back of the package, and you have a more full image of the piece within. Really super awesome. Come down to the bottom, and you just have that. This is an adult collectible, not intended for use by children. It's a collector item for age groups 15 and older. This product is not a toy. So Kappa, don't come after me because it says right there, this isn't meant for kids. But for the packaging on this, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. Alright, and here we have him opened up and out of his packaging. And again, I wanted to just show this off. They have that really cool Venom logo there. I wish there was a way that you could actually take that out and prop that behind here. Maybe a separate kind of insert or something of that nature. That would be a cool touch, because a lot of times they put those really cool, I guess, card backs on the inside there, which, I don't know, I think that, I mean, like if you had a little cardboard piece that you could take out and set it on there and just have it in the back of the piece, that'd be a cool little touch. You know, hey, QMX, get on that. But here he is, and again, absolutely terrific. Huge shout out to them for sending this out to me early, as this actually isn't released yet. But for availability and things like that with Big Bad Toy Store, as always, I'll put a link down in the video description where you can check that out. But this really does look cool. One thing that's interesting about this is they went with a fairly matte black paint on here, which I think does look really very nice. There's a lot of times that when we see Venom, it appears like he's a little bit more glossy with the suit. I kind of like this because it just has a really solid look to it. It's not that, you know, like a glossy paint on here wouldn't be cool, but I think that the decision to go with the matte black really is fairly striking. Now, coming in to take a closer look, as always, this is great. You look at the bottom here, you see Venom, Q-Fig. This is an officially licensed product by Marvel. The base here looks like it's just designed to be a street. You can see like a sidewalk or something there. Not exactly sure why it's cut in half like this. Kinda, I mean, I don't know the decision on it, but I thought maybe it would go all the way out, but it's not bad or anything. It's just an interesting choice to go with that. I love what they did with the background wall here. The bricks on here look great. The paint variation is absolutely wonderful, and when you get it in the right light, I mean, you can see that it's textured very nicely. You come up here to the upper section and you can see all the, is that stucco? I don't know building stuff, but again, great detail with the pitting on there and everything. The cracks all look really good. Paint detail nicely added in there. I love how they have the bricks up through the top section here and how it's separated by this like cement or stucco or whatever it is. That looks really very cool how they incorporated that. You take a look at the figure, starting off on the back, you can see that they have the nice Venom logo on the back of him. His hand comes around here. I like that they got the very classic pointy fingers. They are a little bit sharp, so be careful, or, you know, if you want to, I mean, can you see that? Ow! Look at that. I mean, that's legit. Either that or I just have, like, really dry skin. Ow! Look, I mean, maybe I just have dry skin and it's scratching, but that's leaving some serious scratch marks on me. QMX, you owe me. But you got, I mean, the great detail with there. You come around to the front, you can see that his feet are clinging to the wall. Not so much the rest of them. You can see that the arms here are not touching any other part of the wall. So he's utilizing his sticking ability with his feet, which I think is absolutely terrific. But the hands are absolutely not touching any part of the wall, which looks great. The logo carries over here. You can see it carries from the bottom section over to the front. That is really nice and clean. Again, you got that really nice matte black on there. You can even see like veins sculpted in. I don't know how well that's coming across. Zoom in and you can maybe see it better. But there we go. Veins in his legs. I mean, that is super awesome how they captured that. Then you come up to the head and just gorgeous. Again, real cool stylized look with it. You got his tongue whipping around. I love the gross sliminess coming on there. There's a very nice metallic paint in there, which gives it a very gooey and just wet look. I think it's fantastic. The teeth look really very cool. They're sharp. I love how the mouth is exaggerated and opened, as it's kind of a, I guess, mark of Venom, that his mouth always gets distorted. I love what they did with the eyes. Absolutely gorgeous in terms of the sculpting on there. In general, really very happy with the way that it looks. You come around to the other side and you can see the tongue again carries over. Maybe one thing that if they're going to go with a matte on this, maybe they could have went with a glossier paint on the tongue to give it that wet look. That would be one thing that I would potentially suggest. But, you know, who am I? I'm nobody. Let's do a size comparison. Here is my buddy Deadpool. You can see that the bases are basically the same. These look great together, though. He's coming out here. Shh. You know, so size-wise, looking at them, they're about the same, but when you look at the proportions, obviously Venom's a lot bigger. I mean, you can see his arms are huge by comparison to Deadpool's, and the overall height of him honestly looks like he would be bigger. If they were standing, he does look like he would be a bigger character, which I think works really nicely. That again is a nice attention to detail that I feel really does help to illustrate what you have going on here with this guy. It is a nice, like I said, attention to detail. Overall, again, always very happy with these. I think that the presence of them, especially that it being Venom, is captured very nicely with this piece. One thing that I've constantly talked about with these Q figs is that they're small. They take up relatively little space in a display, but you can get a lot of these. So unlike some other, super deformed, almost kitty sort of vinyl collectibles, these really stand out because without a doubt there's detail and personality put into it. I mean, look at that. I mean, you can still see that. I mean, there's personality and there's danger put in these, and I love it. Great pieces, without a doubt. And I love the variety with these. Marvel, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, all of these different ones really gives them a lot to work with. And I am certainly very curious to see where they're going to go in the future. So, all that being said, if Venom here is a piece that you'd like to add to your collection, he will be hitting various retail locations fairly soon. So for that, I'll put a link down in the video description where you can go to Big Bad Toy Store and you can check out availability on this guy, as well as the rest of the wide range of Q-Fig figures. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate if you would do one small thing for me, and that's just to simply hit that thumbs up button. Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty with YouTube on whether videos are going to get pushed to you or not. And doing things like hitting that thumbs up button, leaving comments, whatever the case may be, go towards what they call audience engagement. And if you have a higher audience engagement, videos get pushed out more, which doesn't make any sense, but that's the way they do it. Again, I also want to send a huge shout out to the folks over at Quantum Mechanics for helping to make this review possible. And if you'd like to help support my channel, feel free to check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/optibotimus, where something as small as $1 really can go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. And finally, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.